There are significant differences, gender differences in general, which people like Otto Rank, Freud's student and kind of renegade from psychoanalysis, pointed out that women somehow participate directly in the process of creation. They sort of, you see, they help to create. I mean, they generate the babies in their body, and men participate in this you know, procreative process of phenomenal importance only tangentially. Our role is just, you know, limited to minutes. We are kind of removed from that process. So there's much more of a tendency to create in some other ways, of sort of achieve something in some other ways than women are doing. And women seem to be much closer naturally to the kinds of values that men develop when they go through this kind of a transformation, you see. We have managed to sort of masculinize, you know, a lot of women, sort of get them excited about masculine values and so on. So that, for example, the significant part of the feminist movement has been competition for the kinds of values that men who have done some work on themselves would not be interested in anymore. You know, things like who's going to be the presidents of the companies and so on. Those should be self-evident things. This shouldn't even be a part of the discussion. But I think there's another deeper part in the feminist movement where women draw somehow their sense of power from their participation in the cosmic scheme. It has to do with the reproductive function, with the fact that they create life, that they participate in humanity in this kind of way. But even in some other directions, I mean, there are more already there, if you want. There's much more need somehow in them for interpersonal interaction, for kind of sharing with other people, whereas men have much more of a kind of a individualistic kind of a goal for their life, sort of, again, along this kind of linear trajectory, you know, to achieve something, to make a mark, and so on. I have heard also a lot of stories from women about sexual life, that they were complaining about their husbands, that when they have sex, that it ends for the men was the moment of orgasm, and they sort of turn away and start snoring, whereas the woman sort of lies there for half an hour and feels that, you know, there should be more than that. So I have seen many men who had these powerful experiences, not just with psychedelics, but also with the breath work, that they move very much in the direction of these kinds of values, you know, more interested in human connections, developing in the sexual life, developing what I call either oceanic or a tantric kind of attitude towards sexuality. It seems that we both have, and a lot of Jungians emphasize that both have the masculine and the feminine aspect, and that ideally we would sort of own both of them and sort of be able to be comfortable in both of those modes and choose them according to the circumstances. And in our culture, you frequently see imbalance. You can see women who are too masculine, or you see men who are too soft. So if anything, this kind of work can do is that it creates a new balance. In other words, moves masculine women to more femininity and feminine men to more masculinity, because usually that's a result of some kind of traumatic experiences in the past that they can work through.